each show we do just over 200 kicks a show, and we can do up to 4 shows in one day.
Oh my God. It is the 15-Minute Morning Show podcast, and we are so excited that guests actually dared to walk through our door for this podcast. From the world-famous Rockettes, Joanne and Alyssa, thank you for coming to the show today.
Thank you for having us.
You missed it. As they don't walk in, they high-kicked all the way through down the hallway and through the door. Hey, you know what? So, since 1933, the very first Christmas Spectacular at Radio City Music Hall.
Yes.
And the tradition continues. I know I've been at least 20 times in my life.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And, you know, when the big organs start playing and Santa Claus comes out and here comes a camel. I mean, the whole thing is just, as the name says, spectacular.
And you cry at the nativity, no matter at the end, no matter how many times you've seen it. You just start bawling. It's crazy.
It is amazing. So I'll start with you, Alyssa. What is it for you, not only being a Rockette, but being a part of this amazing tradition here in New York City?
I mean, it is literally a dream come true. It sounds so cheesy to say, but I mean, growing up wanting to be a dancer professionally and then seeing the Rockettes perform when I was younger on stage and knowing that that's what I wanted to do in my life, and now getting to do it for 10 years now and getting to dance with amazing other females like Joanna, and there's 84 Rockettes, and we all just truly get so close, and it's literally becomes your family, and we're spending all the holidays together, so it's literally your family.
I gotta say, Alyssa, Joanna, I want your answer in a second, because I'm just, the story from the Rockettes just fascinates me. But the mistake you're all making is you're not installing a kickometer. So you said you've been kicking and dancing with the Rockettes since for 10 years, Alyssa?
Yes.
I wonder how many times you've kicked. There's got to be a number, and there's no way to count it.
I don't think I want to know the exact number, but I know in each show we do just over 200 kicks a show, and we can do up to 4 shows in one day.
Oh my God!
So,
but there's rehearsals too.
It's a lot, I know, and rehearsals, so it's a lot. We'll just say a lot.
Has your shoe ever gone flying? Or are they just so secure they never fly off your foot?
They're pretty secure.
They're very secure.
Yeah.
You know what?
Really
sometimes being in the front row is not the best place to be at a Rockette show.
Right?
But okay, so Alyssa, for 10 years, Joanna, you've been with the Rockettes for 18 years.
I have been, yes.
Now,
Can you imagine a life not doing that?
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
I'm sorry, can you imagine a life not being a Rockette? I mean...
we do have a saying, once a Rockette, always a Rockette. So, I mean, it's one of those things I feel so incredibly just being able to be on that stage year after year is so incredibly special. And like Alyssa said, we really are a sisterhood and we're a family. And it's, you know, you've seen the show however many times. It's part of my holiday tradition to be part of the Christmas Spectacular.
Wow.
do you have to audition every single year, re-audition?
We do have to re-audition, you know, to continue to stay up on our technique and make sure we're in shape. Because we do rehearse 6 hours a day, 6 days a week. Like Alyssa said, we do up to 5 shows a day at the Christmas Spectacular. So it's a very intense schedule, but we're so excited. We open on November 17th, sorry, and then we run through January 1st. Tickets are on sale now, and we're so excited to have audiences in the house and perform and spread Christmas cheer.
Yeah.
We will be there again this year. I have my family coming in, and they always say, well, if we do anything, it's got to be the Christmas Spectacular. But think about this. I mean, this is New York City. We've got Empire State Building. We have bagels, pizza. We have the Rockettes.
Pastrami.
We've got pastrami and the Rockettes. I mean, New York City is a superstar in and of itself. And, of course, that's another thing about the Christmas Spectacular. You showcase this city so beautifully. And it's amazing. So I hate to go down this road, but in showbiz, sometimes things happen. Has there ever been like a weird mishap that you just look back on it and go, oh my gosh, we got through that. That was kind of funny. I don't know.
I mean, it is live theater, and it's funny that you mentioned New York City being transformed and being so iconic by itself. But actually, one of my favorite numbers in the show is New York at Christmas. And the Rockettes dance on an actual life-size double-decker city bus, tour bus. And it kind of takes the audience like through the city, through Fifth Avenue, in Central Park. There's ice skaters that come on stage and actually ice skate on stage with us. So we have had the bus break down a couple times on stage. Let's say, but I mean, everything at Radio City is so well choreographed. We have plan Bs, so if that happens, we just hold the show. They get the bus off the stage, the Rockettes come off the bus, we still do our dance as if nothing happens, and the show must go on, as they say.
How long are you rehearsing before? Like, the show opens November 17th, but how many months or weeks are you rehearsing beforehand?
Yeah, so we started rehearsing this year on October 7th. Okay. We rehearsed for about a month. We have about 2 weeks of tech, which we are wrapping up now, and then we have audiences. So it's a lot of rehearsal to prep before we even move into the theater.
Yeah.
But again, we're so excited to spread Christmas cheer and kick off the holiday season.
I have a question, Elvis. Maybe I'd be permitted to ask.
No, hold on. We're about to get into a segment called Ask a Rockette. Should we just start that now? Go ahead. So ask Joanna, Alyssa. They've got the answers. What do you want to know?
You've been doing this for 18. Alyssa, you've been doing it for 10. So you're basically professional Rockettes at this point. Let's just say it. You're professional Rockettes.
I'll take that.
So when is your last show of the season? What is the date?
This year we close on January 1st.
Okay, so January 1st. January 2nd. Do you even get out of bed? Or do you like...
there's a lot of recovery time.
Okay.
For me, I take several weeks
kick
off.
the sheets off?
Because think about it. Like a professional athlete, baseball season ends. They don't pick up a bat until February sometime. Do you not raise your legs until... And I don't mean that... Do you not kick until like maybe June or July? Like, is this like, I need to rest?
I mean, absolutely. We take time to rest our legs. The Christmas season, we do a lot of shows in a very short amount of time. We spread a lot of holiday cheer. So definitely taking time after the season is important. But we are professional athletes and dancers. We do other things throughout the year. So everyone's life outside of Rockettes is very different. Like for myself, I teach Pilates, so that's my main job when I'm not kicking. High on Radio City stage. Other girls will dance in Broadway shows, and then we do other events throughout the year as well, like America's Got Talent. So there's
Wait, do you
there's
do
a
the
lot of things
Thanksgiving
we
Day
do.
Parade? Have you all done the Thanksgiving?
Yes, we have.
Okay,
Absolutely.
so how do you do it when it's like the weather's been kind of nice lately?
Yeah.
But the years that it's so cold, how do you get through it?
I think it's a lot of adrenaline. I mean, that is how I grew up knowing the Rockettes, is from watching them on the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. So getting to do that and check that off my Rockette to-do list was priceless. But it's very cold, I'm not going to lie. But adrenaline kicks in, and then your training kicks in, and you hear the music, and you just go into performance mode. And it's definitely an experience I'll never forget. And I love that. That's still part of the tradition of the parade and of the Rockettes as well.
Nice.
Well, of course, every year, I think dance of the Living Nativity is my favorite, but also the Parade of the Wooden Soldiers.
Yes.
Where you do that. Is that the one where you slowly fall into each other and you fall?
That is exactly it.
It's so weird to watch that. It's so crazy. But this year, Dance of the Frost Fairies. It's a whole new thing you're doing with this. It's a big digital thing. Can you describe what Dance of the Frost Fairies is about to everyone listening?
Yeah, so this number, it's about the first snowfall, and the Frost Fairies come to life, and they start spreading Christmas cheer, and that's exactly what we do on stage. There's fairy drones that fly out over the audience, so it's an immersive experience, and the Rockettes are dressed as fairies as well. We dance in tandem with the fairy drones, and it truly is a winter wonderland inside Radio City. It's a really fun number that we're excited to share with audiences.
That's so cool.
How often do you guys get hit up by people for free tickets?
Because we get hit up all the time for our free tickets.
I have a bunch of friends coming to town. Every single one of them, can you get me into the Rockettes? I'm like, I'm pretty sure those are on sale. You can just buy them.
Exactly. Rockettes.com. Come by the box office. Get your tickets.
Do you guys have a pile that you give away to friends and family during the season?
I wish.
Right. No, I think for all of us, our families love coming to support. It's always exciting when we have friends and people that in the audience. And I think one thing that is really special that we try to remember on those hard days when we are doing a lot of shows and a lot of kicks and maybe our legs are a little tired, is that in the audience there is somebody that is their first time seeing the Christmas Spectacular and knowing that,
my first time's going to be on Sunday.
Oh, really?
You've never been?
I've never been my whole life.
I've never been either.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're weirdos. You're gonna love it. Gandhi, Scotty, you're gonna love it.
Yeah.
It's
So
just,
excited.
I can't wait.
you will become addicted to it because I know I am. And then, and again, of the first performance is, if you're listening on the week of
November 17th.
Friday the 17th is the first performance, but it goes on, as they were saying, until January 1st. So even after Christmas, leading up to New Year's, it's still happening. Sometimes 5 shows per day, which just wears me out thinking about it. But it's such an honor to have you here. Any more Ask a Rockette questions?
Yes, Gary. I have one.
Yes.
Okay, just go ahead.
So as you, you were saying that when you were a little girl, you aspired to be a Rockette. What advice do you ladies have now, having done this all these years, have for people that are aspiring to become tomorrow's Rockettes?
I love that. I think that's a great question, and I take so much pride and gratitude for the job that I do, but it is a hard rehearsal process. It is an intense season, so lots of hard work goes into the lead up of putting up the show. So definitely just lots of hard work. And if this is your dream, it is so well worth it. But I think that's what makes the Rockettes so amazing, is we are these amazing dancers, but we're athletes, we're strong, we train year round for this. And it's, like I said, it's literally a dream come true to get to do it. So
yeah, absolutely.
Years ago, we used to come in, I think pre-season, during dress rehearsals, and we would bring kids from schools around New York City in to see the show, right, Danielle?
Yeah, we actually were on stage. I think we introed one of the shows once.
Yeah, several years we did that. And what was great is being backstage to see what you guys see.
Yeah.
Because you'll see the Rockettes. They're running to get into position and then go, and then you run out on the stage, and you're backstage, and then a camel walks by.
Everything's crazy.
We absolutely do. Yeah.
And all the animals you have there for the nativity scene is just, it's
Wait, there's animals?
Yes!
Yes, we do have live animals in the spectacular.
Have you ever cleaned up camel dung before? It's happening. It's happening. Is a real living.
It's not part of their contract. Seems like a slip hazard.
No, the Rockettes just kick it out of the way.
I will say the backstage choreography is just as important as what you see on stage. We have an incredible cast and crew of over 200, and the show would not be possible without everyone's involvement, right? Things go smoothly on stage because things backstage are going smoothly. So things are as choreographed backstage as much as they are on stage.
I can imagine.
Literally city of people backstage making this production. It's not just us on stage, it's everyone behind the scenes as well.
And and it's the iconic Radio City Music Hall, which I've been a student of Rockefeller Center in Radio City since I was a kid. I have all the books, all the pictures, and the history of the building and everything that's happened with the Rock. So it's just fascinating to be working in that. Sometimes people call it a haunted building. I don't know. I'm sure there's some Rockette 1940s kicking through every once in a while. Wow.
You sound like the ghost of Christmas
You
Past
do.
now.
That
You're
AI
glitching.
thing is happening again.
Is it back on?
You're there.
You're there in amongst a little bit of digital garble.
Yeah.
All right, well, go ahead and wrap it up. I'll just sit here and look at you. I don't just
Wrap it up,
I'm
Danielle.
bad.
Well, again, if people want to get tickets, people want to come out to see you, how can they do that?
Yeah, absolutely. So everyone should go to rockettes.com to get tickets, or you can visit the Radio City box office. We run through January 1st. We open on November 17th, and we hope you will come to the show and let us be part of your holiday traditions this season.
I'm going for the first time.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Go with you.
All right.
I want to see it.
We'll have a new
Fantastic.
performance.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for
everyone.
having
Merry
us.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.